Hello and welcome to the MFC podcast.
Whoa. The rumours are flying around that there's far too many podcasts.
Too many?
Too many.
Okay, let's do that again.
Jumping that, summon that.
Hello and welcome to the MFC TV, proudly sponsored by MH Goals. Today I'm joined with Danny and Myles. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Hello.
Are you guys nervous, excited?
No, I'm very excited. I think the boys last week did a really good job, and hopefully we'll do just as good a job.
Myles, what about you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it was a bit of a pilot with them two last week, so decided to get the two better ones on this week. So yeah, we'll go from there.
Well, bro, before we get started, we're going to have a little look into what's been happening in Manchester Futsal Club the last 2 weeks. The Tier 1 men's first travelled away to Maidenhead and came away with a 3-3 draw. It was then time to go at home against Bloomsbury for the comeback, taking the lead with 4-2 win. In Tier 2, they had Liverpool away coming away with a 6-4 win and Trent Valley at home coming away with a 9-3 win. The women haven't had a game in the last couple of weeks but been preparing hard for their upcoming match versus Derby this weekend. Our under-16s also took to the court against Leeds Futsala, a win at home 7-5. And the schools comp went on with Year 7s and 8s at Greater Manchester Schools competition. We had two great winners, with our Year 7s being Bless Thomas Holford, and our Year 8s actually went to a penalty shootout, but the winners came away as Manchester Communications Academy. So let's first go with the Maidenhead game a couple of weeks ago now, a 3-3 draw. I think it's safe to say everyone was a little bit disappointed. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, I think you're fair to say that everyone was disappointed. Kind of went into that game thinking we were going to win it. Don't know if that played a part in it, but we weren't really there from the off. Took the lead, went 2-0 up, and then obviously conceded just before half-time, probably put a little bit of a downer on it, and then, yeah, the game finished 3-3, and I think we said after the game we were probably lucky to come away with a draw. We probably should have lost that game, so even coming away with a result and still unbeaten in the league is probably the best case scenario we could have been from what the game actually was, but other than that, we took a time to reflect after that. Everybody came to training on Tuesday, obviously talked about it, and then kind of put things right after that.
So you'd say there was a positive response from that moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to do these things, really. You can't just, we say the first draw of the season, the first time we dropped points in the league. So obviously it's the different scenario for us. But obviously the boys reacted well and trained hard and obviously took it into the game the week after.
And I guess that's the thing with sport and futsal in particular. Not everything is plain sailing. So Danny, how did you feel?
Yeah, I think sort of just echoing what Myles said there, really. I think actually second time we've lost points. Bloomsbury first game of the season.
Myles.
So yeah, I think first game of the season, you can almost say boys were a little bit tired, but at this stage we should be absolutely firing. Yeah, I think it took us a little bit of time to get into it, and really, even at the end of the game, I still don't think we were really in it. I think they were the better team. I think we missed a few 3-on-1s, 3-on-2s, set pieces weren't on point. We just looked a little bit sloppy. But yeah, as Myles said, everyone's been at training, everyone's been absolutely hammering. Yeah, just sort of trying to win every single game now until the end of the season.
Absolutely. And I know it was a bit of an earlier kickoff, so you guys stayed the night, which means it's our first part of the Travel Lodge series. Guys, a little bit of a hint, no spoilers.
Yeah, so there's since last year and the year before with the central venues, we've stayed away a lot, and MFC love a travel lodge. So there's been many a travel lodge that we've stayed at, and being three people that live near each other, me, Myles and Edgy always go together. And recently we've started ranking the travel lodges. There's been a few poor performances and a few standouts. But yeah, it just gives us something to pass the time on 4-hour road trips, really.
Shall we take a look and see how this one fared up?
Let's do it.
Right now, we're here rating the travel lodge. This is the travel lodge rating. Myles, what? Myles isn't a happy guy, to be fair. Myles, what are you saying?
Mate, it looks so rough as per. But,
This is
what it is.
This is what we got to do. This is the amateur life. Danny's also not quite happy on the appearance. We've done the external appearance. We've given it a 6 out of 30. But the car park got an absolute solid result of 23 out of 30. So we'll have to you have to see the other ratings. It's not looking good anyway.
You can take 4-12.
Danny. behind the scenes, mate. Come on, talk to me.
There's a smell that I can't describe through the camera. Well, that I could describe.
There's something that the viewers can't smell.
I'll choose not to describe it.
Yeah.
There's a very pungent smell.
Yeah, the smell.
You can taste
it's not going to get a great rating.
smell.
Honestly, you can taste it. We're not even
Mate,
exaggerating.
we've got 2 keys.
For-
whatever's a better room, we're taking. Sorry,
Right.
mate. We're taking the nicer room.
It's
Even though it's gonna
it's
be
not looking
We're
great
here, we're here.
for this one.
Open our.
I feel
Why would you
sorry
give
for
him
the
the key?
Travelodge. This is the one that we're rating off the bat. So.
Oh, it smells nice.
Ooh.
Hey,
You know what? It's not too bad.
this is
It's not too bad.
I'd say
standard.
bang average.
It's a very solid, basic
Double
room.
bed for Myles as per.
Yeah.
Danny always gets the double bed as he drives. That's one of the rules that we have. I'm quite on it. We're quite fair to be honest.
Very fair.
But yeah, that's it. Basic, very standard. Nothing exciting about this one. So yeah, check in with Danny and Myles. I'm sure they'll tell you more now on the podcast. See you later.
And these are the scores on the doors. There are 8 different categories and each one's rated out of a total of 30. Now the total for Maidenhead away is 125 out of possible 240, which puts it underneath the Wessex away with an impressive 205 out of 240. So I know that wasn't the best of the ones you've been to, but I've heard some really good things about the ones from Wessex away. Tell me more.
Nah, Andover was probably the best one that I've been to. I think these lot went to one last year towards the grand finals. I didn't stay over, but the one where we went to Wessex was probably the best one I've ever been to. I mean, I even paid for my own room. It was that nice. So, and that doesn't normally happen. But yeah, it was. Obviously, we're talking about a travel lodge here, but yeah, it was the best of a bad bunch, really, I'd say.
I mean, I heard there was USB chargers next to the bed. That's a rarity in hotels.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't really get that in really many hotels, but obviously it must have just been refurbed or something, so we got real lucky that time.
Well, moving slightly on from travel lodges, Bloomsbury game. Just remind me what happened a couple of weeks ago in the Cup.
Yeah, the cup game. Again, pretty difficult game. Obviously, Bloomsbury are always going to give us a really tight game. It's always an interesting fixture, I think, against them. Again, I think those games, you look at them, they could go either way. We scored an absolute screamer in the first half. I don't remember who scored it, but it was a really good goal. It was actually quite well worked, to be fair. It was a nice transition. And then again, just sort of individual mistakes, really. It's uncharacteristic for us to throw mistakes in our game, but they do creep in. So it's sort of working with Ilya, working with Sam, and really trying to sort of wean them out of the game, really. But yeah, really exciting. But I think it's testament to the boys and the staff in Ilya and Sam and Jan that how we do bounce back in games, that we don't really let it affect us until we come to training on Tuesday and crack on.
Absolutely. And bounce back you certainly did, Danny. I know you were away on international break. So, Myles, tell me about the league, the comeback. Give us everything.
Yeah, I think the message was clear, really, from the changing rooms. I think we've performed well against Bloomsbury, but not quite got the result there. So the emphasis was really more on just the result. It doesn't really matter how we play as long as we get a result. We heard rumours or saw them on the day that they came with a little bit of a depleted squad, but obviously we know the quality that they have, no matter how many players are there for them. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. Obviously went 1-0 down. Another mistake. It seems to be the thing that we're doing is just kind of giving them goals recently. And then obviously bounced back, went 3-1 up in pretty quick succession, and then 3-2. They got one back and then scored just before half-time, which probably settled us a little bit. So going into half-time thinking we have a bit of a lead here, we can hold this one out. Even that's how they want to play. They want to keep the ball. We can run the clock down. So it was good. It was really good.
And I know there was no goals in the second half.
Yeah.
So, good goalkeeping?
Yeah, well, I'll take that one if you want to say that. But yeah, I kind of thought when they went 1-0 up and then we went 3-1 in the first half, I kind of thought it was going to be a high-scoring game, but obviously it kind of just dwindled out, and both teams were probably just trying to play for a bit of possession and maybe they might have been trying some new things out. We were definitely trying some new things out, but got the result in the end, and like Sam said, that's all that mattered.
And I think everybody was very, very happy about it.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of thoughts it's probably just like a finally moment. I think it's more of a mentality thing. Is we've played each other X amount of times now over the past couple of seasons when it's been 1 and 2 really. So just that really mental edge now. Obviously, if we end up getting them in the grand finals, it's there. We know we've beat them, and then we can do it again.
Absolutely. Now, we trusted Jake this week with our vlog for Bloomsbury. I know you guys have seen a little bit of this. Let's take a look.
Morning, everybody. Jake here. Match day today. Big one against Bloomsbury. First versus second, so I'm really excited for it. Got the BT cameras there as well. We're at home, in front of the home crowd, which is always special. So, yeah, I thought I'd just take you through what I do on a match day, really. So I've already had my eggs on toast, my rocket fuel. And I don't know if anyone else does this, but before games, I like to watch highlights of, players doing certain skills and this kind of stuff, like compilations, basically, of my favourite players. So before football, I sometimes watch Neymar, Messi or something like this. So today I've actually got one of my favourite futsal players, just so I could get, the skills are in the subconscious. So in a match, I might be able to bring something out like that. So I've actually got a Jeff Adu before compilation loaded up at the minute. But yeah, because like I say, he is one of my favourite players, and what he does with the ball is just brilliant. So hopefully I can take that into my game today.
So I'm on the way now. Just had a quick pit stop off at the shop just to get myself a little protein bar for after the game. Essential, and this is the best flavour as well for anyone wondering. I know Myles will probably disagree, or Uni will definitely disagree. He disagrees with everything I say. But now it's time for one of the biggest decisions of the day, and that is for what songs I'm going to play on the way. So it's going to be house music today. That's for sure, because I need to get my mood as high as possible, because I know whatever rubbish Uni puts on in the change room is probably going to bring it down a few pegs. So, yeah, I'll see you there.
Right, so I've got to the car park now, which is about 4 million miles away from the venue. But I have actually got here a little bit early, so luckily I have brought the laptop just so I can do a bit of pre-game revision. Yeah, like I say, just a bit of pre-game homework just to get myself ready for the game. I'm actually going to put you all onto a little account that I use to brush up on my skills and stuff. So I've actually found this guy on Instagram. He does really good skill tutorials. I'll show you now. So for example, today I'm going to be learning
So the aim of
the step over.
to make the defender think you're going to go one way, but actually you're going to go the other way. To do
Yeah.
this, you're going to go around the ball with one foot, which shifts their body weight to one side, and then take it away with your other foot, so they don't have time to...
Yeah, so I'll just probably, I think he's got about 4 videos out. I'll probably just sit through here, just click through them, and just brush up on my technique really, just while I'm sat here, and then I'll get going to the venue then. Right then, 4-2 win. As you can tell, the boys are absolutely buzzing. Absolutely great vibes in the changing room, mate. But it's nothing personal. It's just business.
So, Danny, do you think he's beaten your vlog by any chance?
I don't know. It was tough. It was definitely a good one. I'd like a rerun.
A rerun. So, Jake had some pre-game rituals in terms of revision. I don't know how true they were, but what about you guys? What are your pre-game rituals?
Oh, I'm so awkward. I put on everything on my right foot. So right sock, right foot, left sock, left shin pad, and then alternate all the way up until I'm tied up and ready to go. So yeah, I'm a weird one, as well as like squares, bars, tanfastics. You'll see it a lot.
How about you, Myles?
Nothing like that, what Danny was saying with left foot and right foot, but as long as I have a sugar-free Red Bull and a squares bar before the game, I'm good to go. I could have nothing else apart from that, but as long as that's in there an hour before in the changing rooms, I'm all good to go.
Well, moving away from the games and on to kind of international breaks. Danny, you were away with Ireland playing San Marino, getting ready for your prelims. How was it?
Yeah, a really good experience. I think the squad that we've got at the minute is the best it's ever been. Boys are all pushing the same way with the hope of qualifying. I think you look at the last times that we've done World Cups and Euros, and this is possibly our best chance that we are ever going to have and have ever had to actually do something and make a bit of history, really.
And how do you find it playing away from Manchester with different players? Do you learn more or bring more to your game here?
Yeah, you're always learning. I think two completely different systems. You look at a 3-1 with the likes of Connor Miller stepping in, and we don't have that outlet here at Manchester, so it's different. It definitely takes a toll mentally. You've also got Cookie come in, who's got some great ideas, great set pieces. So yeah, it's a challenge. I can't say it's easy, because there's a lot of different stuff to remember. But yeah, the lads are amazing, and it's always nice to go back to Dad's birthplace, really.
Absolutely. And you've got Cyprus coming up. Who have you got in those?
We do. So we've got Cyprus, who are the hosts, obviously. We've got Andorra, and we've got Estonia. So really, really tough competition. They're around us in the rankings, probably slightly higher, to be honest. But like I said, it's the best chance we're ever going to have and have ever had of hopefully doing something.
Well, I'm sure from everyone, we wish you luck. And Myles, you were recently away in Tenerife on a training camp with a partially sighted group. How was that?
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable, to be fair. I mean, it's the second time I've gone. I think it's a yearly thing now. It's across all the para squads, so all the para squads go out to Tenerife for a week, and they call it like it's like a mid-season, pre-season, with everybody's obviously tournaments coming up towards the end of the year, so they use it a bit of a pre-season. They basically just beast you for a week, so it's really, really tough. It is really tough, especially being a goalkeeper, not running that much, so it's tough. But no, all the board at the FA, James Caff, Steve up there are really, really good with it all.
Amazing. And what sort of games have you got coming up on that side of things?
So we are going to Seville in the first weekend of May. So we are going to play, I think Spain are putting 2 teams in there, and then Ukraine for a bit of a quad nations kind of just friendlies, just going into that. And then we've got the leading up to the Euros in Turkey at the back end of November. So it's a busy year for the boys.
Sounds really exciting though. And talking about pressure with international games, the biggest pressure I think is the Crossbar challenge. Danny, you've had a go at this. How did you find it?
Yeah, it's something else I'd like a rerun of, really.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah, listen, the podcast is
TV show.
The TV show, there you go. Is unbelievable. I think me and Edgy, the first ones that did it before a big cup game. I'm not saying it had any impact on the score, but
excuses.
You know. Yeah, I'd like a rerun. The boys did it on a nice, quiet training evening. They were fully warmed up. Weren't in match kit. Heads were in Crossbars. So yeah, I'm disappointed in my performance, to say the least. Yeah.
So let's take a look at our latest competitors, Uni and Jake at the MH Goals Crossbar Challenge. Jake and Uni are next to take part in the MH Goals Crossbar Challenge. Can they knock Jordan off the top spot? Well, let's remind ourselves of the rules. It's quite simple. Each contestant gets 3 opportunities from the 10-metre mark, 15 points total up for grabs. Now here's how they're scored. Hit the net, it's 1. Side post, 2. Top post, 3. And the corner is 5. So first up is Uni.
Right, we've got
Just
Thomas
hit
Uni
it,
here.
so...
Thomas Juniatovic, actually. Not many people know he's called Thomas, but he is. He has got a real name. So,
this is number 1, yeah?
Here we go, number 1. Gives a wink to the camera.
Top right.
There's no chance. Oh, he's actually got it. I can't believe it.
That's 2 in a row, by the way.
Lucky that. I'm actually deep down quite gutted he got that.
Jeffrey,
well done, mate.
Watch, mate.
Very good, that. He's got 2 No, well done, mate. Buzzing for you.
That's 2 in a row, Jordan Edge.
Can't believe he's done this, by the way. There's no way. The thing is, he wears his splint
Top right,
well.
yeah.
He thinks it actually helps his skills.
Stanchions.
It doesn't. Yeah, nice, mate. Really good. Good finish, actually. Not seen you score many goals, so
that's 7.
It's good to see that.
You got no chance, mate.
Well, we'll see, mate, because you only hit 2, so we will see. There you go.
After a quick swap around, it's time to see what Jake has got.
Right. Yeah.
Go on then.
Right, time to see a proper player do it, mate.
Yeah, you're class,
left,
mate.
no,
That's,
that was just no. Easy one to start, mate. Just finding my range. Just finding my range.
That's 1 point.
At least I'm off the mark, mate.
Oh.
Whoa! Uh-oh. There he is.
Why are you gassed, mate? You went 1. Do it again.
I will do it again. Who'd have thought
7.
that? There we go.
Ginger Skulls here. Ginger Skulls, mate.
Skulls is ginger, mate. You can't say that because he's put me off. Skulls is ginger, so why would you say that? Put me off,
What was that, 4?
Yeah. 5. Was it 5? Oh yeah, 5. Yeah, come on, you're trying to dock me points, mate.
get down that leaderboard. So.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Jordan still clinches on to first place, but is now sharing it with Uni with a total of 7 out of 15 points. Danny is then knocked down to third place, with Jake taking the second spot with 5 out of 15 points. Well, I think Uni is actually joint with Jordan now, so you've dropped down to third place. How are you feeling?
Do you know what? As poor as that performance was, I'll take third. I mean, it's only out of, what, 4?
4.
I'll still take third.
Do you think you're going to be there at the end of this?
Definitely not. I'd be embarrassed for us if I was. I really would. That's why I would need a rerun.
Myles, what about you? Where do you think you would come in this? There's 15 points up for grab. The total so far is 7. So...
Well, I'm going to make sure I go last out of everybody, so I know who's winning, and then I'm going to put myself up there that I'm going to win it all. So
you're going to go for the trophy?
I'm going to make the statement right now. I'm going to win it.
Well, with positive mindsets, the next game, you've got a week off for Easter, and then we're coming into a cup semi-final with Loughborough. How are we feeling about that?
I think we're really confident. Obviously, having a week off this week is probably a good thing for us. Everybody's at training still, so going to run through a couple of things. We know how Loughborough play. I think it's been the same for years now. We know they're really intense, like to press high. They're really fit. They train 4 or 5 times a week, so we know really what's coming for us. And then once again, it's a semi-final, so kind of anything can happen. And we're just going to take it into our stride, really.
Absolutely, anything can happen. I know, Myles, you spent a little bit of time at Loughborough when you were at university. How did it feel moving to Manchester? Did you notice a big difference?
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 different play styles. I had a really good time at Loughborough. Spent 3 years down there and had quite a lot of success with them, winning books back-to-back. So, yeah, I had a really good time. You just know how they're going to play. You know how you play at Loughborough, but here is a lot different. It's kind of more free-moving, and I would, not to throw any shame on Loughborough, but I'd probably say the standards are a lot better here. So it's been a real good thing me coming here, and I've kind of just progressed.
Amazing. And Danny, I know you're going to be away on international break, sunning it up in Cyprus, whilst we're all here in rainy England, but will you be watching from there?
Yeah, of course I will. We're going out a few days earlier, so that we don't play straight off a plane, really. So I'll definitely have the boys on the iPad. Yeah, like Myles said, I think it'll be a really good game. It always is. It's 2 very fit teams that are very intense, always trying to play on the front foot. So who knows? We'll do our best.
Who knows? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. But that's it for today. Thank you, guys. Hopefully that wasn't too scary.
Definitely not, no.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Well, that's brilliant. A massive thank you again to our sponsors, MH Goals, and we'll see you guys next time.